Cheryl in the lovely state of Ohio writes to me, Paul, you reported, anytime they start that off, someone's questioning it, that the XLR cables from Audioquest sounded obviously superior to Mogami in the main system, which doesn't surprise me. Okay, I assume the same results would show up in a microphone cable in the recording studio. Mogami is, I know, considered the industry standard for mic cables in professional recording studios, but you also previously reported that pro audio gear is often less refined than audiophile gear. With all that in mind, I'm wondering whether Octave Records is using Mogami mic cables or some higher grade mic cables in its recording studio. Or are microphones somehow less sensitive to cable quality than preamps to amps and all of that? Yeah, this is a constant question that we get. And yeah, there are Mogami cables in Octave studios. So most of the Mogami cables that we use, and I think Mogami makes an excellent cable. We're in contact with some of their people, and a couple of the directors that work there are good friends of ours. So our internal wiring, and you're going to have to, here's a whiteboard. I don't even think there's any, yeah, here we go. So I don't know how well you can see the whiteboard, but if you think about how a studio is wired, you've got, here is our track room, right? This is where the musicians hang out and play their music. And then here you've got a control room, and here you've got an ISO room. And then over here, you've got a long hall, and then you have a mix room, and then way over here, you've got another ISO room. Well, all of these rooms, and then way over here, you have, a whole bunch of routers and cables. I mean, the studio's, a major undertaking when it comes to wiring. So all of these are tied together with XLR balanced audio cables, okay? And there's hundreds and hundreds of feet running up to the ceilings, and of course we use balanced because, as we've talked before, using a balanced cable gives you the advantage of lowering noise because of common mode rejection, where the signals are push-pull, they're differential signals, and so anything common, like noise, gets eliminated and we just get the pure signal. So yeah, we've got Mogami running through a lot of these various patch bays, the reverb units that we had custom made by J.I. Agnew out in Greece. They're way over here, and we're tracking, in this room, so the musicians are hearing these reverbs that come into the control room, etc. The actual microphones themselves have much shorter runs, and there we do use Audioquest. Sometimes we use Mogami, but for as much as possible, we stick with Audioquest because it does make a difference. Absolutely, and Audioquest is better sounding, in my opinion, than the Mogamis, and you can hear the difference. So everywhere that we can, in a practical sense, we try and use the best cables, switches, everything we can. I mean, look, we've spent, oh gosh, $100,000 on microphones. I mean, one of the microphones I have, the AKG C24, that was nearly $20,000 just for that mic. And you can imagine that a microphone, and why do we like that microphone? It picks up everything. It's wideband, it's stereo. When you sing into it, you don't want to hear me sing, but when you sing into it, it picks up, it's like the singer's right there in the room. And so we do everything we possibly can, record in DSD, use the best cables that we can, the best A to D converters, the best recording method, all that stuff, the monitoring systems, all FR30s, all of it to capture that great live sound. So yes, cables do make a difference on microphones. And do we have a perfect setup where every single cable in that studio is all, the expensive Audioquest? No, we literally couldn't afford to do that. Like to have done it, but all the critical ones, from the microphones to the A to D converters, yes, those are all great cables. So, thanks for the question. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.